me how you want it. How you want it. Tell me how you want it. How you want it. Tell me how you want it. How you want it. Make it your way.
Don't you know that you can get what you want, when you want, where you want, right here at Burger King? I'm down with the king.
Your way, right away, yeah. Burger King now.
What's up, world? This is your boy, Coach EV, aka EV the Geeker, and welcome to another episode of the Geeker Report podcast, our Girl Dad series. And man, before I get going, I'm so excited. I'm messing up my words right now. But before I get going, let me tell you that this episode is brought to you by Tatum and Wade Law Firm, located at 124 East Meat Street, Jackson, Mississippi. Tatum and Wade say they are serious lawyers who get serious results. I say that if you want to get paid, you better go to Tatum and Wade. Listen, I got two of the greatest guests that I can imagine. But before I get going, I have to introduce one of my daughters as my co-host. She thinks that she is my favorite daughter, and I'm going to let her think that today. She has a master's degree from Jackson State, D.I. Love. Please welcome, she is an author. She is a potential wife. Please welcome. She's single now. I had to get that out there. Please welcome to the show, Mary Catherine. Sweet Mary Kay.
What's up?
You like the introduction?
Yeah,
Man?
GLG.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, listen, we're happy to have you as the co-host. We've had Eliana before, and so now we have, the best daughter here. The original. Right. The OG is in the house. Okay, cool. Now, listen, let me introduce these guests. Starting with the father. He is 6'10", out of Clarksdale, Mississippi. I've known him since he was a kid. He has a soft touch around the basket, mid-range assassin. He was a shot blocker. He was a rebounder. Played 2 years at Hiawassee, Tennessee JUCO under the late, great Bruce Stewart. And then he played 2 years at Southern Miss, where he was one of their leaders, shot block leaders, and rebound leaders. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Carlos Booker. What's up, Book?
What's up, Vaughn? What's going on, man? It's always a pleasure to see you, bro.
GLG, please, GLG. You're geeking early. Now, let's introduce the star of the show. Dun, 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 dun. From, let me just see where I want to start with her. She is a top 5 national player in the class of 2023. I first saw her play as an 8th grader on varsity, and she was the best player on the court. She's 6'2". She has offers from everybody in America. She is an All-American. She will be playing in the WNBA one day. Her favorite player is Candace Parker. Her mother is Stephanie Booker. Please welcome to the show none other than the great Madison Booker of Germantown High School. What's up, Maddie?
What's up?
Hey, well, listen, I'm so glad you allowed me to call you Maddie. Maddie, Madison, whatever your geek is. And so anyway, we're going to get right into the show. We're excited to have you. So, Madison, the first question will go to you. Right now, we're in a time where the world is as uncertain as it's ever been. I'm 51 years of age, and so it's the most uncertain that it's been in my lifetime. So it has to be that for you. COVID-19, racial tensions. Talk to us, Maddie, about how has COVID-19 impacted you as a person and even as a player, because I know it kind of affected your AAU season. I know it's at the end of your high school season. So just talk to us a little bit about COVID-19.
I mean, it affected mostly like everybody's lives. It affected my lives by not getting the gym like I usually do. It pushed my travel season back to July. Um, it's just then like the conditioning. It was like hard for me like to get back in shape because I was sitting around the house just really doing nothing. I really couldn't touch a ball. I mean, like I had to go back outside and like work on my ball handling, running. Had like just like I mean like it was hard like to get back up to like my usual self. I gained some pounds, like a lot of pounds, a lot of pounds over quarantine. I lost it, thank goodness. So I mean, it's like it was hard. It was very tough just get back to my old self.
Okay, you know what? You talk about you gaining pounds, and it's like I've been on COVID-19 for like 25 years because I just been gaining pounds for a long time. I'm trying to figure out when am I gonna get off quarantine? I've been quarantining since 1987. It seems like. Well, that's great. It's good to see that you've been back outside and and getting yourself back in shape, and you acknowledged and understood that. Los, let me ask you, what's your thoughts on COVID-19, and as a parent and a kind of protector of your children, how do you feel about your kids being back in school, and how do you feel about this whole COVID-19 deal?
Well, it was it was a big change for everybody. It got to the point it was it's almost normal now. Like when it first kicked off, the pandemic, the kids not going to we were thinking okay, in a couple of weeks then bam, they be back in school, so then 2 weeks came to 3 weeks came to a month, 2 months, then bam, they're not in school. So I had to do a lot of for the parents too, the ones that had to work, things of that nature. The kids got to get the classwork, get the study in. That still came first, but luckily her mom, was a teacher. Is a teacher in education, so she would, mom, her mom, Stephanie was there with them the whole time, make sure they get the classwork done, all the lesson turned in, and things like that. So so both the girls, Madison and her sister Morgan, they studies, they would get those done first. And as far as just keeping them safe, you got teenage girls, you got a 13, I'm sorry, 14,
15.
15-year-old and a 9-year-old, which Morgan turned 10 last week. But stuck in the house, tell me, you can't, you can't go this no more. You can't go to your friend's house. You can't, go to the gym. You can't go to the park. It was kind of tough on them, all of us, just because my kids, I take them to the park and just let them just run loose. And so, and with Madison, she's a gym rat, so her not being in the gym kind of hurt her, and just as far as spread wise. So we would try to. So then when it started opening up a bit more, I would take them to the park. Just take them out there. They work in the dribbling, or they go out there and just run. Just it's something to do. So we kind of made best of the situation, best we could.
Yeah, I definitely feel all of that. Well, not the gym part because I'm not a gym rat because I don't be in the gym. But I understand, just going through just being in the house, it was a lot. I know for me when it started, I thought it was gonna be a few weeks, and I was just kind of like, oh, we'll get through it, and here it is 6 months later. So
Yeah.
anyway, Madison, with all of not just COVID, there's been a lot of racial tension throughout this pandemic. How have you been dealing with that? What are some of your thoughts on the racial tension that has gone on in the world, really in the last 6 months? I mean, we know it's been going on, but it's been going on kind of heavy since COVID started.
I just think it's crazy that we're still going through this. And I go to mostly white school, with white principals, white teachers, and probably some black. I mean, we have black students here, mostly for sports and stuff. But that, I mean, it goes on in our school too. So I mean, they say slick stuff to us or slick stuff about us that we really don't catch, and it's just why is it still going on? And it's sad and stuff. but I just sometimes I just turn my head and like I just hope that we can change and we can educate ourselves, educate our children, anybody, just so we can move on from this and stop
So,
living in the past.
so as a high school athlete, like, has it gave you a voice? Do you feel like you have to speak out more? How's it has affected you in that manner?
For me, I really, I mean, it's sad. I mean, I try to like speak out, like Snapchat and stuff. Like, I try to like say little things, like just like to help people out to understand like where we come from as black people, black athletes, black students, black children. I just try to speak out on there, but like outside of that, like social media and stuff, I don't really say anything. I'm not really that, vocal, to be honest. And like I don't say nothing, so it's mostly on social media. That's why I'm most vocal with it.
That's great. That's awesome. Carlos, let me ask you. Obviously, we both come from the same place, and what's the message that you've tried to instill in your children as far as the racial inequalities and the injustices that go on? What have you tried to, especially as a black male, what have you tried to just kind of share with your daughter?
Well, I have all girls. I have four girls. So me as a dad, I just try, tell them, knowing from a man point of view, just how men think, especially thinking about women, and when I say all men, but the ignorant man, the man is, so just you have to be always one step ahead of, of your counterpart. It's the books, always be respectful, when you talk and look people in the eye, speak up when you say something, say what you mean, and always be, be a role model. And, just be respectful to people, and take up for yourself. Don't let anybody walk over you. And so, those things right there, far as, this racial tension thing, I can't, me personally, I don't, it's been like that. It hasn't got, the reason we everybody's so vocal about it because social media is on camera now. Things like this, it's been going on. So, the kids, if you see the marching and the protesting, if you look out the majority of the protesters, they're young people, And so my thing is, these people, like, these kids are what 15, 20, 29, 30, they're not standing for this. They're not just shutting up and dribble or just I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna they speaking out. It's uproar, and I'm behind. I'm with it. Because where I came from, the town was, I say Clark said, it was my neighborhood was all black, so I didn't really deal with white people until only was in school. So I kind of understand how to deal with them from afar. I didn't really have to interact with them until I got to college. So you understand those things. So some things you learn. Some things somebody gonna teach you. But so that when my kids, I watch it from afar. And I think it's time to step in and teach. I teach. But something I think you don't learn on their own. You have to deal with certain people, all different races, and that comes from just life, just living. But it's my job as a parent. When they trip, I need to be there, either to pick them up or help them up. So it's right now we just like you said, it's all about teaching.
Right. It's interesting. It is a situation where the good thing about being athletes, it's almost like athletes initially get a pass because of their talent or because of their ability to play as entertainers. You know, initially it's kind of like it's almost like, and it's crazy, you know, they'll look at Magic Johnson or the LeBron Jameses of the world, and they know that they're black, but because they are stars, they will just kind of give them a pass, like, oh, we're not talking about you, you know, we're talking about them. No, I am them, you know, and so they have had an opportunity, and it's a challenging time in the world, and like you said, social media has given us a platform that we've never had. Because it has been going on since I was a child, since my mother was a child. I mean, just it goes all the way. It's been going on for years. But now that social media has stuff on video, and the fact coupled, see, this was a key thing, coupled with COVID-19. Because COVID-19 shut the world down, we were able to stay focused on it. You know, because if everything would have still been going on, George Floyd, there would have been some outrage, but, you know, the NBA would have been going on, baseball would have been going on, you know, everything would have been going on, and we wouldn't have stopped. But since everything stopped, it was like, boom, now we got focus, you know, on all of that. So, but anyway, you know, you said something, and we're going to transition into a segment right now that we call the What's Your Geek segment. And it's brought to you by Sweet Mary Kay Photography, and whom she is right there, and Fahrenheit Graphics. And so now we want to just kind of shift and talk about when you know, what behind the scenes of the Bookers. And so, Mary, I'll let you ask this question.
This is for you, Maddie. So, about how old were you when your dad first put a basketball in your hand, and also when did you know that you were going to be a college athlete? So, like, kind of just take us through your journey of playing basketball.
My dad put a ball in my hands when I was like 3 years old. He bought me like a little ball with a logo and put it in my room. I just fell in love with it. Then I got a little older, about maybe like 5 or 6, and he bought me a goal. It was him or my mom. I don't know who it was, but I put it outside, and I was out there every day, just training to be the best. And my dad would go outside and just, you know, play one-on-one with me, and I thought I was better than him until he blocked my shot to the street. And
all the time.
Sometimes, not all the time. And I got a little older, and when I was like in 3rd grade, I played in this thing around Ridgeland called the Madison League. Well, it was in Madison, the Madison League.
Madson Ridgeland.
Yeah. And I played till I was in 5th grade, and through then, like I knew I was good. I never thought about college or anything. I just thought about basketball and going pro. That's all I thought about until I started like getting real serious about basketball when I was in 6th grade. That was like my 2nd year playing travel ball. I started thinking about, you know, getting offers and stuff, and I was playing good. A lot of coaches, they told me I was good. I just never really let that go through my head or anything. I was like, oh, okay. I just kept having fun with it. And probably like later in my 6th grade year, like towards the end of the AAU season, I saw other kids, you know, getting offers. And I was like, you know, why I'm not getting offers or anything. And I went to my 7th grade year. I think that's when I picked up my first offer, I think. I think it was from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Like, that's my big offer, Ole Miss. And like I felt good about myself. And I just kept playing, and I kept picking up more offers, having fun with the game. 8th grade, same thing. Like I got like a lot of recognitions. I started getting ranks. I mean, I felt good. Like I was like, okay, I'm like come this far. A kid from Jackson, because when like folks ask me like where I'm from, and I'd be like, oh, Jackson, Mississippi. They'd be like, Jackson? Like Mississippi? Like, you sure? I'd be like, yeah, I'm from that. Yeah, I mean, like I put my city on my back. And now I'm here, just being me. Not really the best. I'm trying to get there. So, yeah. It's a long journey. with a lot of block shots and like an ankle breakers too. That too.
Carlos, let me ask you, hearing from Madison, when did you recognize that Madison was special? Take us through her journey from your perspective.
I knew she was competitive because I knew she loved it first. I knew it wouldn't. I'd have made her play. I knew that she wanted to play because when I put that goal in the yard, it was just for like something to do recreational. I didn't have it like she gonna be. My kid's gonna be this top in the nation or whatever in her class or whatever the state. I was just something to do. So I would come home and for work and she better wait on me. She out there shooting. So I I would just give her a little a little advice. Just dribble this way, that way, right hand layup. Just little small fundamentals of the game. So she would pick up fast on it, and I could you can. So then I just took her to the Y, and so she started. I mean, the look and determination in her eye was like I had to say slow down, because she wanted to do the drill so fast. It was like just slow down, be patient, it's coming. And so people would, we in the gym in the Y, they were like, is that the door? Yeah, like man, she's say she's good to be I think they were thinking she was like 2 years older than when she was. I was like, well, she's only 5'6". I said she's not 8. They were like, what? And I was like, yeah. So, but to answer the question, when I took it when she first played her AAU like serious ball, they went to Louisiana. Her name was Kenner, Louisiana.
Yeah, maybe it was cute.
And I was there. It was like the talent for that. It was my first time experiencing seeing girls at that age serious about basketball. I always been around the game, but mostly with boys. So when I saw like, whoa, I said these are some serious girls. And I said, I'm like, well, maybe my kid ain't ready for this. But she got some tough competition, and she got out there. I mean, she, everything that she worked on in the drills, she's going between her legs, behind her back, and crossing over, and she wasn't afraid. She competed. And I was like, man. And I just sit there like, this, that's my daughter. And I was like in awe with it. I was like, I said, the stuff that she's learning, she put in the game. That what made me, I said, that's a game changer. If some kids, they learn stuff and they won't do it in the game because they're afraid of the moment. But when she would do that stuff in the game and just out there playing and competing, I was like, she got a chance. And that's all you ask for when give a chance.
That's what's up. It sounded like he was out there hooping a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I'll say I was, we were surprised. A lot of people were surprised, like from other, when you start getting respect from the other team coaches and everybody would come to say, wow, you would, you did it, you amazing. When your peers start recognizing your game, that's when you can, you're not just a average player.
Right. So based on that, Madison, can you tell us some college coaches that are recruiting you right now, and what's like your timetable on making a decision about, where you'll continue playing basketball?
My timetable, I'll probably make it senior year before my senior basketball season start. The college coaches I'm talking to, they're cool. Like you can tell like in their voice and like when they talk to me that they they love the game of basketball. And that's what I want as a coach. Like you have to love it because I love the game of basketball. So you have to match my energy. And like I be a goofball in practice and stuff. That's what you mean by live. The live Madison Booker, not the Carlos side. But yeah, that's me. I'm live in practice. I'm being funny. I'm just having fun because that's what this game is all about. If you're not having fun, it's not for you.
So are some of the schools, is it like a secret, or can you kind of give us, 411 on who some of those are, or?
Y'all find out. Y'all will find out.
Okay, period.
Are you talking about some of the schools? Are you asking some of the schools that's offering her, or you asking for
What's
D school?
recruiting?
Yeah, who's some of the schools that's offering?
Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Alabama, Florida State, University of South Florida. There's a lot. I can't keep up with them.
We know you big time. I know it's a long list.
Tennessee, USM.
Don't forget about USM.
Tennessee, USM. It's a lot.
That's
good.
Los, let me as her dad and being a former Division I athlete yourself, and I know I remember when you were going to JUCO, and I had helped you and talked to you about Bruce Stewart, and you're able to get on, and now you're in a position. What advice do you give your daughter as far as when it comes to picking colleges? Like what do you want as a father, and what do you look for as a parent?
Well, I caught the end of, frozen a little bit, so I caught the end of the question. You saying you saying about advice that I give her?
Yeah, let me say it again.
Okay.
I was saying, what advice do you because you've been a Division I athlete and you've been going through the recruiting process yourself, going junior college and then also to Southern Miss. What advice do you give her, and what advice do you give her as far as in what to look for, and then as a parent, what are you looking for?
I'll answer that as a parent looking for. I asked that question first. I'm looking for first off somewhere that she's comfortable. Find out what she wanted, and what her study's gonna be. What do you want to major in, things like that. And how they feel about your major. Are they gonna see you through graduation, not just bring you here as a just another number. Mainly somewhere she's comfortable, because I don't want her going anywhere that's something because I've been with coaches that they really don't, you just number them, so they really don't care about you. So I've been in that position, so I don't want her in that position. The advice I give her is just, you gotta understand, once you sign that paper, you're just another player trying to get on that floor. But I said, and all the love is gonna be gone. All the ooh and ah, it's gonna be over with. So, but just just the vision, being a visual athlete, trying to balance the schoolwork and athletics, and trying to get a social life, and you pretty much, when that season starts, your social life is over with. So your teammates, your buddies, and your best friend and your coaches, pretty much gonna be your mom and your daddy. So it's, when that season started, that's pretty much what it is. So just so I understand that, with the visual athlete, it's like a job, really, pretty much. To be honest with you, it's like a job. We don't see, Vaughn, you coaching, you've been coaching, how it is. People looking out. I was looking at things, we just athletes. They understand that it's more common that just game time. The study halls. Getting up at 5:30 in the morning, get your workout in, and then make it to the class 8 o'clock. Sometimes I'm gonna have to skip this breakfast because I'm gonna be late for class. So you got a responsibility there. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything for her. So I'm not gonna be straight up with everything. So because I don't want her to the big fantasy, and she's like, oh, she know the truth. Not just about the. I'm guessing we got a Nike contract, we got a big gymnasium, we going here, we going there. No, it's a price comes with being a Division I athlete, and and she's gonna know about that. So any coach come here with that, throwing dreams, it's gonna be like, stop the door. We're not. Tell me the truth. I don't. We don't. you can't sell a dream, cause trust me, I done everything wrong. So, and I heard all the coaches, say your dream, and by the end, it's never come through. So she's gonna know the truth. So I'm just gonna be straight up with her. No sugarcoat.
So Madison, as fans, fans like to come and watch a good game and watch a good team. So is Germantown worth coming to watch this year? And also, what is some of your personal goals, for yourself and the team this year?
Ooh, of course, Germantown is a good team to watch. We always bring the fans to the house. We always bring energy on defense. And some goals for me personally. This year, I want to make Danny Dozen Gatorade Player of the Year. And for my team, is to get a ring. We've been this close from it, and we just haven't, got over the line. And this is our dream. Like, this is our goal this year. It's a big goal for us. We're trying to work. COVID just kind of affected us horribly. So we're just trying to do everything we can, get back in shape, get our bodies back to, game shape, and trying to fit all this stuff into, because our season start like October 29th, trying to fit like all this stuff in like another month. So we're just working hard right now. So yeah, if we get that ring, that's all you gotta know. Don't get that ring.
And it's a football school. So they're not used to. They're not used to what they got their hands on, so they didn't expect it. So, and I done told the coach, you got to sell it, because ain't no reason that the team, the last 3 years of their success, ain't no reason you count 30 people at a girls' game. It should be packed. Be honest with you, they have more success than the boys. So. If you get in there at 7:00, then you missing out on the show. So that's so it's still a lot of those people around that that believe girls, quote on girls basketball. They're not fast, they can't run, they can't jump. Those people sit around. So and sadly, they're around the area. So. Of that school, so so she's trying to change that narrative of what people think, because you'll be surprised that people in that school that haven't seen her play, but they'll go to a football game and stand around and just talk instead of coming out and see. Like I said, she's a show for you. She done done it 2 years in a row, so I just want to let people know that she 3
years in a row. 3. You just don't.
So she put the work in. So I told her she put the work in. It's gonna pay off. So people need to realize, you come and see her play. She's gonna put on the show for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, man. I've enjoyed you guys. I want to, as we get ready to close, I want to ask you this, Madison. You've been the #1 player in the state of Mississippi. There's no doubt about that. I don't think anybody can argue that point. I definitely think you are. I've seen pretty much every kid in the state. And then with you being on a national level, tell me real quick, Madison, like, because you're being, consensus top 10, top 20, top 5, in my opinion, in some places. You've seen some of the best girls in the country. Where do you feel that you really, rank if you had to rank yourself, I know you're humble, but if you had to rank yourself with all the girls that's been out there, where would you say you would put yourself?
Nationally, to be honest, did I pin her? Sorry. To be honest, I would name myself probably top 5. I'm gonna
Go get my list.
keep it like that. I still have a lot of stuff to do. I still have like a lot of stuff to master. Right now, I don't believe I'm the best right now. I'm hungry for the best. I'm coming for the best. That's all you need to know. So I'm gonna keep working. I'm keep being a gym rat. And just master stuff I need to master. Just become number one. So I mean, I'm just ready. I'm just hungry for it.
Let me ask you this, Madson. If somebody would come to watch you play, what do you do best? Like, tell me, like, in your opinion, what do you do best? What's the best part of your game?
I feel like people underestimate me. They don't think that they don't see me as a leader, but I really am. Like, I'm really vocal. I make sure my team is like straight. Like before I am, I make sure they don't make a mistake. I make sure I make sure my team is like hot, like shooting threes, making layups, getting good passes. Make sure they're right before I am. I'm always making sure they do good, and then I worry about myself. Cause cause like folks, like people really think I'm a selfish player. Cause like I score a lot or I don't really pass the ball. I'm a ball hog, but I really don't. If you ask like most of my teammates or my coaches and my dad and my mom, they say that I'm too unselfish. I pass the ball too much when I shouldn't pass the ball. I pass up my shot. That's because I always believe that like I always wanted like my teammates to be successful too. Like not everybody, not just me. So yeah.
It's that LeBron James mentality, man. LeBron James Rondo mentality. Spread the wealth.
Well, hey, listen, it's been great. I want to give you guys the last word today. If you have anything that you want to add, Los, if you want to, like, what would you, one of the things you can just, if you want to just expand or just say to close us out, what would you tell the next parent, father that has a Madison book? And then Madison, if you want to just share something to close us out, you guys can do that. You guys will have the last word.
Well, for the ball don't start with Madison. Hopefully some kid, some young lady, some little girl, 3rd grade, 4th grade, whatever, okay, is watching Madison, see her in the gym or in a game and watching like, wow, I want to play like her, and hopefully one day I want to beat her, and have that drive, that same drive and focus, and just want to be a better basketball player. So I just hope that the younger generations see what she's doing, especially in Mississippi, man. I want to see Mississippi. I want to see it boom. I want to see the coaches knocking down the door trying to get her and get these young ladies. I think it's a lot of talent around here. So the dad just enjoy it. Don't try to don't just enjoy it. Don't try to let them love the game first. Let them love it first. Don't take it always. Yeah, always gotta be serious. So that's my advice. For the next one coming up, for the next parent. Just let your kid enjoy it. Don't take it serious all the time. It's competitive, so it's gonna take it. It's gonna be there. So just let them enjoy it. Enjoy the ride.
My last words is just like for the next kid that wants to be the best, just stay humble because it's going to just take you a long way. It got me this far, and I believe it get me furthermore steps forward. Hopefully in WBA, hopefully Hall of Fame. Hopefully just to be one of the best. just stay humble and just have fun with the game. That's really all. And just keep working. Gotta stay hungry.
Wow, that's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, another thing. So, hey, Vaughn, hey, thank you, man, for because you know always, you always been straight with me, even when that, I was in high school, you told me you was gonna, you told me you found out, I had a little trouble. You told me I can get you into the studio. Do I want to play? I said, yeah. And you came through. So, so I trust you, man, your word. Y'all been always good to me, like I said, with me and my brother. So, bottom line, I thank you. So, it could have been much different if you, if you didn't do what you did. So, it could have been, who's to say I would have, Stimmy Clark's doing that. So I thank you, brother.
Oh man, it's all good, man. It's we give God all the glory, man, and praise. And I'm glad I was able to, just be a part of your life, and and knowing your sister growing up with the Bookers and going to school with your sister Michelle. And so it was all God's timing, man. So man, again, thank you guys. Madison, I appreciate you so much. Carlos, Mary, I mean, I appreciate you. I mean, y'all don't understand how big this is to have my middle daughter who thinks she's smarter than me on here. And that's just like, that's amazing. Yeah, she got a master's, and so she's, I'm just so anyway, love you guys. We'll see you down the road. Make sure that you share this, and you guys like, subscribe, all that. And Maddie, remember, you gotta have all Germantown watch this show. Okay.
Geeker, the geeker, the geeker. His name's a 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 geeker, the geeker.